Hello everyone, my name is Sharon Poole and I serve as a State Mentoring Specialist with the Arkansas Department of Education. Today I'll be sharing a presentation called Integrating Artificial Intelligence into Educator Mentoring, a toolkit for reflective practice and professional growth. In my role, I support mentoring specialists, co-ops, and charter schools across the state, helping them strengthen mentoring programs for novice teachers through collaboration, professional learning, and reflection. This presentation highlights how AI tools can enhance that work by making mentoring more efficient, reflective, and engaging while staying grounded in the frameworks that guide educators. So let's start by looking at how AI is shaping education and what that means for mentoring. This slide introduces the overall focus of my presentation, the impact of artificial intelligence on education. AI is changing how we teach and learn by improving engagement and efficiency. In mentoring and professional learning, tools like ChatGPT, Canva, and TeachFX can help mentors and novice teachers reflect more deeply, plan more effectively, and communicate with greater clarity. Finally, these tools align closely with key ADE priorities, including the Teacher Excellence and Support System, known as TESS, the Arkansas Department of Education licensure pathways, such as the ARPEP program, Arkansas Professional Educators Pathway, and the science of reading, which ensures that our use of technology stays grounded in sound instructional and mentoring practices. This slide gives an overview of my AI toolkit, which include the 5 tools I selected that directly support educator mentoring and professional learning. Each tool serves as a different purpose but connects back to the same goal, improving mentoring, reflection, and communication and lesson design. These tools align closely with Arkansas initiatives like TESS, ARPEP, and Science of Reading. The 5 tools include ChatGPT, Canva Magic Studio, Eduway.ai, TeachFX, and Curipod. Together they help mentors and novice teachers strengthen reflection, increase engagement, and work more efficiently. Integrating AI into our mentoring process allows us to focus less on repetitive tasks and more on the meaningful conversations. Next, I'll walk through each tool and explain how each can be used to support mentoring and reflection in our context. The first tool we'll discuss is ChatGPT. ChatGPT helps teachers and mentors develop and enhance reflective practice, improve communication and collaboration, and explore ideas for lesson planning. One example is to have novice teachers compare their own reflections with AI-generated versions. This opens up great discussion about tone, clarity, and professional voice, while also modeling how to use AI responsibly as a support tool. In terms of alignment, ChatGPT connects directly with cognitive coaching, technological, pedagogical skills, content knowledge, otherwise known as TPAC, and several test domains, especially those focused on professional reflection and instructional design. The main challenge is maintaining confidentiality and authenticity. We remind teachers never to input personal or student data and to make sure their reflections remain genuine, using AI as a thinking partner rather than a shortcut. Canva Magic Studio is one of my favorite AI tools for professional learning and communication. It's designed to help educators create visually engaging materials, everything from newsletters to training slides to infographics and lesson visuals. For mentors and novice teachers, Canva's AI-powered features like Magic Presentation and Magic Write can save a lot of time. For example, teachers can input a short topic or reading such as the science of reading. What every teacher should know, and Canva instantly generates a clean professional presentation or infographic summary. This tool also aligns closely with Universal Design for Learning because it allows us to present information in multiple ways, through text, images, and visuals, which help reach different types of learners. It also aligns with ARPEP, Science of Reading, and TESS. The main challenge with Canva's AI tools is accuracy. Sometimes the auto-generated content or images need fact-checking or adjustment to match instructional goals. It's also easy to focus too much on design, so it's important to keep the purpose of the message at the center. Eduway.ai is designed to support standards-based lesson planning and assessment design, which makes it especially useful for novice teachers who are still learning how to align their lessons with the science of reading and science standards. In mentoring, I like to use Eduway.ai as a co-design tool. For example, a mentor and a teacher can sit together to generate a lesson so that it aligns with science of reading principles. then reflect and analyze the AI's output for rigor and accuracy. This process models how to critically evaluate digital resources, not just accept what's produced. Eduway.ai aligns well with TPAC because it integrates technology into instructional planning, and it supports the state's focus on high-quality instructional materials, or HQIM, by helping educators create structured, evidence-based lessons. The biggest challenge is maintaining and encouraging authenticity, especially for educators new to AI tools. Some may have inconsistent expectations or feel unsure about how much they can trust what AI generates. Mentors can guide teachers to treat it as a starting point for creativity and alignment, not just as a finished product. TeachFX is an AI-powered tool that supports reflection, mentoring, coaching, and even lesson planning by analyzing classroom talk. It records instructional time and provides data showing how much teachers and students are speaking during a lesson. In mentoring, I use TeachFX as a guided reflection tool. After a teacher records a lesson, the AI generates a report showing patterns in their questioning, students' participation, and teacher talk time. The mentor and teacher then review those patterns together, not to evaluate, but to discuss what they reveal about engagement and instructional balance. This strategy supports cognitive coaching, since the mentor uses the data to guide reflective conversations rather than provide direct judgments. It also aligns with tests and the Arkansas Pathways to Licensure because it builds self-awareness and professional growth through structured reflection. One challenge that TeachFX data can sometimes be misinterpreted if used without mentoring or coaching support. For example, a teacher might see a high teacher talk time as a negative, when in reality it depends on the lesson's context. That's why mentor feedback is essential. This is essential to help educators interpret the data meaningfully and connect it back to their instructional goals. CuraPod is an AI-driven engagement tool that promotes collaboration, discussion, and active learning. It's especially useful for professional development sessions or classroom instruction, where we want quick, real-time participation. CuraPod aligns well with TPAC since it integrates technology to enhance pedagogy and engagement. It also connects to active learning and formative assessment by allowing mentors and teachers to check understanding in the moment. One of the challenges is that while CuraPod can increase participation, the responses aren't always deep or reflective, especially if the participants rush to answer. It can also be tricky to interpret the feedback data effectively, so mentors play a key role in guiding analysis and prompting deeper discussion. When integrating AI into education, it's important that we approach it with responsibility and awareness. These 4 ethical areas, data privacy, over-reliance, equity and access, and transparency, are essential to ensuring AI supports learning in the right way. First, data privacy. Educators must make sure any information shared through AI or digital platforms is non-identifiable. Second, over-reliance on AI. AI should enhance thinking, not replace it. Overuse can weaken creativity, originality, and even the professional judgment that's essential in licensure preparation and reflective practice. Third, equity and access. We need to ensure that all educators and students have fair access to technology. Without that, AI can widen the learning gap between schools or districts with different resources. Finally, transparency. Being open about our use of AI. It promotes trust and shared understanding. Whether we're generating lesson plans or using reflective prompts, we should model responsible AI disclosure and emphasize that the human element of teaching always comes first. As we close, I want to highlight both the potential and limitations of using AI in education, especially in mentoring and professional learning. First, the potential. AI can greatly enhance reflection and feedback by helping mentors and teachers analyze their communication, lessons, or classroom data more effectively. It also saves valuable time by generating ideas and materials that can be customized to individual needs. And most importantly, it strengthens mentor-mentee collaboration, giving both educators a shared tool for planning, problem solving, and reflection. But with those advantages come some limitations. AI will never replace human connection or professional judgment, the heart of teaching and mentoring. Those relationships and intuitive decisions are what truly drive growth and trust. Using AI also assumes a certain level of digital literacy, which can be a barrier for some educators, particularly in rural or resource-limited settings. And finally, there's always the need for equity awareness, making sure access to technology doesn't widen opportunity gaps among teachers or students. In short, AI can expand what we're able to do as educators, but it should always serve as a supportive partner, not a replacement for the human side of teaching and mentoring. As we wrap up, I want to emphasize that the purposeful and ethical use of AI can truly enhance the mentoring process. When we use AI tools thoughtfully, they can strengthen collaboration, reflection, and professional growth, not replace them. The key is to stay grounded in the frameworks that already guide our work, like TPAC, tests, and cognitive coaching. These approaches remind us that technology should always serve learning and not drive it. When AI used within these evidence-based frameworks, it becomes a tool that empowers both mentors and teachers, helping them reflect, design, and grow together while keeping human connection at the center of the process. That's really the takeaway from this whole toolkit. AI has incredible potential, but its true value comes from how we, as educators and mentors, use it to support people. Thank you for your time. I hope this gave you ideas for using AI to make mentoring even more collaborative and meaningful.